I'm always awed by metal detecting, these old home sites. It really is a journey back in time. The house was maybe burned down or just abandoned, torn down maybe 100 years ago. And all that is left are just few pieces. But every piece has a story. And it's their story. It tells something about their life. Sit back and enjoy our journey back in time. So there's some kind of coin. It's a great big spike. Looks like it's got design on it. Let's see if that'll focus. Like an elephant on there. The old elephant spike. I gotta hold it still. A little shaky after all that walking. Looks like it, doesn't it? Isn't that weird? I had a new development. It's just unimaginable how easily that has disappeared. I'm almost convinced that aliens landed and took it. I got tired of swinging the machine. I'll show you what I was doing or how I was doing that, just so you'll know at least what was the best for me. Because I'm just doing a little visual now because I'm tired of swinging it. But I'll show you how I set that up. So what happened, I got a phone call and it was important. So I was standing in the field here, and then you know how you just start wandering around. I had my detector in my hand, but I left the digger limb. So I just got to talking on the phone, and for long I was like, oh, no big deal, I'll just turn around and find the digger. Well, apparently I wandered farther than I realized. I'll show you these. What I did is my best guess is where I was. I piled up a bunch of corn stalks by the roots. So here's what I did. The first day I went ahead and made this pile of roots. So I at least have some idea where I was. Because this field's probably 30 acres. That's a pretty good sized field. So I did that. And then let me show you how I set this up. All right. I'm in an area now that I think is really too far west, but I've got to look. I'm trying to look, see if there were some holes here. And the fodder is really pretty sparse, so if it's laying here, it should stick out like a sore thumb. The sad thing is it's getting later in the day and the shadows are getting long, so it makes it a little bit harder. I guess I would recommend, if you have to do something like this, probably come out when the sun's overhead. But the weather's been so cold, finally got a day where the sun's shining, there's not a lot of wind. So that's, yeah, that's the only way I can do it. All right. All right, so this is what I'm doing. I've put the flags out, and I'm doing 5 rows at a time. See the other flags there. And I set the machine up. Let's set these over. If you end up having to do this, make sure that you put those flags in something, or cut them a little shorter so you can put them in your pocket. I just been sticking them on top of the corn stalks. But I just open this thing clear up and get the lightest machine you can, because it really kills your arm. Well, I'm gonna throw this digger out here just so you can see. Okay. So I marked off 5 rows. Now, you want to make sure you don't hit anything or bump anything. Make sure the machine's completely quiet. And you can hold about 1.5 feet. I mean, nobody wants to go down like this looking for plus you got all the other noise. So you want to get as high as you can. I went ahead and opened everything up, put the iron audio on. You say, well, it's probably too high. No, it's not really, because there's no noise. And just quietly move. Don't bump anything, or you'll get sounds. Okay. Hear that? So if you get a steady beep, see what it is? I'm getting a beep 3 feet away from it. So if you see how quiet, make sure it's quiet. And I get the lightest machine you could find because you're holding the thing up. Now I have been doing this. I've been resting it kind of on with my arm turned. It kind of gives your shoulder a rest. You're pivoting on your hip. Yeah, it still works. See? But if you hear any noise at all, stop and maybe wave it again. Okay, I hear no noise anywhere. There, see? You shouldn't get any noise way up here unless it's something big. See? See, I can hear it. And that it just has metal right here. Of course, the digger the T-handle diggers, they have the steel all the way, so it would be an easy hit. But see, that way you don't have to worry about anything else. And this way you're not distracted. Probably the only disadvantage is you're not going to find anything else unless it's a steel pot full of coins. But that would be good too. But I'm going to shift over. I'm going to quit after this run. By the way, it's probably 2.5 football fields on these runs. I've just had to open the area up. I don't know what else to do. Try to find them, or find this digger to expand my area, because I don't remember where I was for sure. I did not only lose my digger, I lost the glove. Hey, I just found it. And then I lost one of these up at the barn, but I found it on the way in the next day. Gloves are easy to lose. All right, thanks for joining me. I got another Riker box today in the mail, so I went ahead and put in some of my finds. See, I won't move the camera, I'll just move the finds. Partial brass skeleton key. I still have yet to find a whole one. And then the toe tap here. And then that huge compact right there. That heel plate, I assume is a lady's, like for a lady's maybe type boot. And then the suspender latch. I guess I ought to clean that maybe a little more. Another suspender latch here. And then this is a lead piece. I'm not sure what it was supposed to be. And then I think this is a concho. It does have something on the bottom. I'm not sure what it says. Let me get my loop. Hold on. I don't think I ever noticed that. Yeah, it's 817 something. Don't know. And then a couple cuffs. Civil War era cuff buttons. One's dented pretty good. And this was that weave button. Not sure on that one. I think it's a modern military button here. And then the weave. I guess I had it out of frame. And then this token. This was the a good luck token. This was the Boy Scout one here. And this is a coin, actually. There were quite a few coins struck in different countries that had the round hole in the middle, but this is completely gone. And I really can't remember where I dug that now. And then my first straight razor, such as it is, right there. And then the rodeo button, or the rodeo button, rodeo plate, belt plate. Let me turn you this way. Some kind of fleur-de-lis ornament, I would assume off furniture or a dresser. I'm not sure whether it had a pull handle or not. It doesn't look like it. It has gold gilt on it. And then my first brass bit there. And I wish I knew what this was. I think I had one of these before. And I just don't remember. It's very heavy. So I'm assuming it's pewter, or I don't think it's lead. It doesn't look soft enough for lead. Let me come over here. There's that big sash buckle I dug. And there is actually a knife that was deep enough to save the wood. And then some other Victorian pieces. Here, a brooch. And then the silver-plated suspender. And then the counterfeit ring. Here, this was marked 18K. Gold, and obviously it's not. And then this is probably my pride and joy for the last season. This last year was the glass bridal rosette. And I think that's about all I'm going to put in here. As time goes by, you know, you can always compress and work the little pieces in. Try to give you a whole shot there. I'm wearing a headlamp just to try to light things up here. It's kind of creating some shadows, but it's not too bad. There you have it. I will probably not buy any more Riker boxes because they just eventually take up so much room. So it's probably stuff like buttons. You know, like buttons, we'll just go into. I'm going to get like the mason jars and put them in them. And then they'll just be stored that way. I think I've got about 10 boxes now out in the relic room. So we might do a little tour out there sometime again. All right, there you have it. Thanks so much.